The Tigers' oldest rivalry is in town for what could be a history-making night here at Jim Carroll Stadium. The 2023 Tigers have a chance to do what no other team in the history of Hardin County football has done, and that's finish the regular season at 10-0. In the way, Lexington, a bitter rivalry that stems back for 83 years. This is the 84th meeting here at Jim Carroll Stadium. What's at stake? Well, for Lexington, a playoff berth, either finishing third or fourth. What's in stake for the Tigers? Finishing 10-0. They've already won the regular season and momentum as they head into the state playoffs. This is the Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game after this timeout. The Tigers are coming off a win over Jackson Southside last week, 40-13. With that win, the Tigers clinched the top spot in Region 6. Lexington defeated Chester County 17-14, and they need help tonight with a win over the Tigers and a Northside loss to finish third. It took the Tigers a minute to get going last week, but eventually they pulled away in the second half. Southside moved the ball between the 20s from time to time, running the triple option, but just couldn't get drives together, and Brett Kirk wasn't out. He's with me tonight and with us tonight. Kendall is out, but Brett last week, Southside, another type of offense that we haven't seen all year long and we don't see a lot of, running the triple option, basically running the Wildcat with an old running back from last year. They put him at quarterback, and then a really good tailback, both seniors. And they did an outstanding job of moving the ball. It took the Tigers a little bit to figure it out.
Yeah, that's a tough offense to contain, especially when they're running the option as much as they are, and they have a dynamic quarterback and a dynamic running back. I mean, both of them were really good. But a lot of that comes into our coaching and being able to adjust to things that we're not familiar with and continuing to play ball and get the win.
Did they run it out from under center?
No, they run Wildcat all night long.
It was a Wildcat, but they had the triple option effect with it.
Yeah. But, Kirk, you can jump in on this because you've talked about it many times. The Tigers had to overcome I know in one series, well, they came out in the first series, and it just bam, 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 4 first downs in a row. We go down, we score. The next series, we had to overcome, I think, was it 2 or 3 big penalties? And 3 big penalties in the second drive that backed us up, and we overcame that and eventually scored on that drive. But that was kind of the way the first half had gone. But you had talked about what a great job his team has done as far as being behind the sticks and being able to, gather themselves and get a first down and keep the drive going.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, too. I mean, you get to believing that you can pick up first downs in 2nd and 20 and 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, which they've been able to do because they got such a good vertical passing game. They really know how to run the vertical passing game, and they got a quarterback that can get it to them. So, I mean, you don't pick up those plays without some really savvy play calling and the ability of the quarterback and receiver to be on the same page. But the negative side to it is you don't want to get too relaxed thinking, it's just 10-yard penalty. We'll get that back. You know, it you kind of get soft towards the discipline side because you have such success overcoming the problem.
Well, Brett, you know, last week, like I said, it took us a minute really to get going and get in the flow of that game. Of course, there was a lot on the line last week, even though we're playing a team that hadn't won a district game. But we win that game. That clinches first, and it makes this game not easier, but a little less pressure on.
Yeah, it's no game's easy. Anytime you hit the field, anything can happen, especially in a rivalry game like this. I remember when I was playing, this was one of the biggest games that we got up for just because we hated Lexington. They hated us. Our coaches didn't like each other. So, but getting a big win like we did last week, it helps to carry the momentum into a game like this. So you have a little more confidence going in to these rivalry games, and especially it being at home.
Does this game mean anything in the playoff picture at all?
Not for us. The top spot is done. We clinched it last week.
So, I mean, home field advantage.
Home field advantage,
even
everything.
to a third round, that doesn't affect it because of the law.
Correct.
Head-to-head scores against other teams don't matter.
Yeah, all that's over with for us. It does affect them, and what affects them is they lose. They're probably either going to Pearl-Cohn or Marshall County. They win, depending on Pearl and Marshall County playing tonight, they may have to go to Marshall County or Station Camp. So, that's what they're. It's just third or fourth. It's just where you're going to travel.
Well, in my opinion, it's going to be a good game for us to watch and see if the luxury of them already wrapping everything up. This game doesn't matter. I mean, how will our guys respond to that and come out and play in a game that absolutely means nothing other than pride? And I'm kind of curious to see now that you said that. And then you've got the other side, Lexington, who has everything riding on this game. So you're going to have one team that's just knuckled up to play, and then you got the other team going, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll talk more about tonight's game and what's to look for as it's Lexington and Hardin County. We're here at Jim Carroll Stadium in the jungle. It's senior night at Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be back right after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Welcome back to the Central Bank pregame show. Let's go inside some numbers as David Long had got this stuff together and sent it to us. Of course, he's working on a book, The First 100 Seasons of Tiger Football. But these two teams have met 83 times overall. And Lexington holds what is it? I had it right here in front of me. But anyway, they have 50 wins and 30 losses for us, one tie and two unknowns in this long rivalry. This will be the 84th meeting. And looking at Lexington, Lexington averages 21 points a game on offense. Their defense gives up 24 points a game. Hardin County, the offense 38 points per game. Defense at 15 points per game giving up throughout this 9 games. But, Kirk, this is typical Lexington team. They're going to come in here. Earlier in the season they tried to run the spread, weren't able to win many games, and struggled doing that. They went back to what Coach Hollingworth knows best and what they do best, and that's just power it up, and I'm going to run left or I'm going to run right.
That game last year, I never thought I'd see a game that Hardin County get beaten in a game where your opponent didn't throw a single pass in the game. I mean, they just ate it up. 4 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards, touchdown. I mean, they just ground it. We talked about it in there. There was one quarter, I think we had the ball for like 3 minutes in one quarter, and we were scoring. I mean, it was a back and forth game.
Yeah.
They would chew up 7 minutes off the clock, and then we'd score in 3 minutes. And then they'd take it and they'd use 7 minutes. We'd score in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it came down to that last score, and they held us, there at midfield, and we couldn't break off any long plays to right there at the end of the game. So, I mean, it was an unusual football game. But you said something off air, though. This is the first team that ever has a chance to win 10 straight games without a loss, and that's motivation enough, for Hardin County. Who would turn that opportunity down?
All right, let's take a quick timeout. The Pride is fixing to get set to play the national anthem. They've got the big flag out in the middle of the field. We'll be back with more of the Central Bank pregame show when we return right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Carnell along with Kurt Carroll and Brett Carnell bringing you the action tonight. Kendall is out on assignment again. He's been out on assignment a lot here lately, the last couple of weeks. But anyway, last time he was out on an assignment, he wasn't successful with his assignment, and so hopefully he'll be better tomorrow. But, Kirk, we was talking about, and Brett too, we were talking about the power offense that they run, and what they want to do is ball control, and they want to run clock, and they want to take the air out of the game for us. And then, on the other side, every opportunity that we have on offense and that can build a, maybe 2-3 touchdown lead, it puts a lot of pressure on Lexington when they're not a throwing team.
Yeah, and the difference last year, I mean, we could do that. And we did. We scored against them pretty much at will last year. But the dynamics of their running game last year, I think, are a little bit different. I don't believe that the running back that was just exceptional, no one player that I could hardly see last year brought him down on a solo tackle. He was just strong and quick, and it was just hard to stop him. They got in a lot of 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 3s, and he just drug people for 4 or 5 yards to, pick up the first down. So I don't think they have that skilled running back this year, and I don't know if they throw the ball any at all. Last year, I can remember the pregame last year, and I asked you, do they not throw it at all? And you went, not more than once or twice,
Yeah.
Well, they didn't throw it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, Brett, we was talking about what they've been doing in the past is they get on their blocks and they just ride and ride and ride until, that the tailback or quarterback is patient enough to pick out a spot. And you sit there and watch those games like that and you go, what are we doing? Why can't we get off the blocks? But, that's kind of the game that it is with them sometimes when they have those big hogs up front.
I remember Brian Qualls. He went out to Boise, Idaho, and played when he was playing for UNA, and they were highly favored. They were number 1 ranked team in that division, and they got beat. And Brian, after the game, he said it right. He goes, "We just couldn't get off our block. They just blocked us, and we couldn't get off of it." And sometimes it's that simple, in a game to do. But I think we have a skill set on defense. Our defense has played good all year that's complemented that offense. I just have a good feeling about Hardin County.
Yeah, exactly. Other games going on around the region. Chester County will be at Northside tonight, Southside at South Gibson. Chester County and Southside both out of the playoff picture. Over in Region 5, Marshall County at Pearl-Cohn. Both of those teams are undefeated. Whites Creek at Station Camp and White House. That might be a team that's been mentioned that could come in here round 1. They'll be at Creekwood. So that's the other side. Lexington has made their way into the south end zone. The Pride is in the north end zone. And Tigers still in the locker room. Couple of injuries that we want to tell you about. Sam Tanner is still out. He was here in a brace but didn't dress out. Nolan Foster was injured last week, an ankle, and he is dressed and has kicked this week in practice. So we'll see how he'll do. Ryan Weeks came in for him and did an outstanding job on kickoffs, but we had to go for 2 a lot. And that's something, Kirk, this time of year, that kicker's really important. You don't want to have to go for 2 all the time.
No, and, I think I've read or have heard somebody say the odds of making a 2-point conversion, there's more negatives than there are positives as far as the success rate of doing that. There is another factor, though. There are a lot of teams, that's all they do is go for 2. And you only have to make 1 to tie 2 kick extra points. So how did we do? I wasn't here. How did we do on our 2-point conversions in that game?
Really well. Went 1 for 2.
Yeah, 1 for 2, and really had the second one open. Went to a different receiver.
Kind of dropped it, but the play calling for the 2-point conversions were perfect.
Well, and I think that's a big part of it. If you're going to go for two, or if you're in that situation, a coach ought to have it on his schedule that these 5 options are available that we've scouted and we practiced, that we can run against them. You want to know exactly. You don't want to be there after the score sitting there going, hey, what do you think? You think we ought to run it off tackle? You need to have that play already decided on before you ever score. And but I hope tonight, Nolan's back in shape. You won't have to worry about that.
Well, it's been an exciting season. The Tigers are 9-0 coming into this final home regular season game here at Jim Carroll Stadium, looking for number 10 as they make their way out into the north end zone, as the band the pride has formed the T, and we're awaiting the captains to come out. 23 seniors, I believe, are celebrating senior night here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Let's take a quick timeout. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show, and when we come back, we'll have the opening kick right after this. It's the 84th meeting of Hardin County and Lexington here at senior night at Jim Carroll Stadium as the Tigers race through the T for the final regular season home game as the captains are meeting out at the I. And what a fitting night for football. It's beautiful outside, probably low 70s, and a wonderful night for football here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Kirk, this has been an outstanding season, probably one of the best seasons as far as the teams that we have played, even the teams that we thought, well, we're buying them to come in here because we're looking for games. Those guys are ending up, except for Pure, in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is we talked about it last year, how we really were surprised at how many of our district teams were weak. And the teams that even we scheduled that were traditionally better football teams were weak last year. I mean, we didn't really get a true challenge much except in that Lexington game. And this year, though, yeah, we played teams that had athletes all over the field and have been able to come out winners on it. And starts, I went last night and I watched Brentwood Academy and that George McIntyre play, and I'd much rather have Carter Smith as my starting quarterback based on watching him all year and the play of that 5-star receiver. So starts with him and the offense, and when they're able to produce big plays in the game, and the defense is just started off, I think, above average, but they've gained experience. The new guys that are playing this year that weren't playing last year are making plays, and all in all, it's just been a really good football team.
Lexington wins a toss, and they want the football to start the game, so the Tigers will be kicking off to the Big Red. Let's take a quick timeout before the opening kickoff. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. It looks like Jacob Saunders will kick it off for the Tigers as the Tigers will defend the south end zone. Back deep for Lexington is Huffman, standing at about his 13-yard line. Last week, Tigers had a couple of turnovers in that game. They can't afford to do that this week. We can't lose possessions. And so looking for an outstanding game, but it'll be a minute before we see them on offense as they'll go on defense first. Saunders getting set, sets it down at the 40. Here is a kick. It hits at the 15, at the 10, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It took a bad kick. Man, that was almost a really good kick, but it turned to the left and out of bounds, and they'll get it at the 35. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 for Lexington at their own 35-yard line.
You know, that's Saunders kicking. You talked about him kicking a 40-yarder in warm-ups. He is also the punter. Which foot was it? Which ankle did he turn?
His kicking foot. Jacob Davis is a quarterback for the Big Red. He's in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback. Has running room at the 40-yard line. He's at the 50, right up the middle at the 45, at the 40, and a big hitter as they go to the spread and move it quickly into Tiger territory. First down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 40.
Ran through a tackle by one of our linebackers, and then the safety missed him and is off to the races.
So Davis will bring them back out. He'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side, tailback to his left. Shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him again, trying to get outside, and this time he's going to be knocked down. A good play there. That's Pig on the tackle. Back at about the 40. He may have lost about a half yard.
Yeah, good play. Got upfield. He tried to bounce it wide, and Pig using his speed and hands solo tackle on the corner against a really good small, kind of one of those bowling ball running backs, not very tall but thick and strong.
Second down, 2nd and 10 for Lexington. 2 receivers left this time. Here's a snap. They'll roll it that way with their quarterback. He's trying to find some room, and he's going to be hit and knocked down as it looked like Parker Gerals came up and was the initial tackler.
A lot of bodies out there. Good read about the defense. I mean, as soon as they showed strength to that side of the field, I mean, we had guys everywhere. It's going to be hard for him to get through that wall.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. Davis will bring them to the line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Tailback stands to his right. Tigers line up. Now they'll go with a 5-man front. Here's a snap, rolling to his right, looking, fires, is complete, but then he's going to be banged down as he gets close to the 35. They'll knock him out just shy of the 35, and that'll bring up a 4th and long. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and about 6, maybe 7, as they'll have it at the 36 of the Tigers, a 4th down, 4th and 6.
I'll go on this. May try to draw us, but I still think they're going to go for it regardless. They won't get the first down even if they do try to draw us and we jump.
So Davis will bring them out. His tailback is Arnold. Stands to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. 5-man front. Here comes Davis. He's going to cut it right up the middle of the field at the 30. He keeps it still on his feet at the 25. He's at the 20, at the 15, 10, 5, and powers his way into the end zone.
Remnants of last year, isn't it?
Well, we just didn't tackle him. We hit him about 7 times.
Yeah, he broke about 7 tackles. That's the truth. Just ran through arm tackles. And
so Lexington has come out and just stuck it to the Tigers, and they go 5 plays.
Nothing to say about that. I'm better than you. Watch.
They go 5 plays, 65 yards. They need a holder. Well, he's down behind. There he is.
Maybe
okay.
He's going to drop kick.
Well, he was down behind the line. Here's a snap. Here's a kick. It's up, and the kick is good. And 9:19 to go here in the first quarter. Lexington draws blood first. They lead at 7-0. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, we're ready. Okay. Goes 5 plays, 65 yards. Davis, a quarterback, takes it from 36 yards. Extra point good. Lexington jumps out front 7-0.
Yeah, fourth down play too. I mean, we're fixing to get the ball. We stop him right there. Instead, that's a big swing.
Logan Lewis will kick it away. Here's a high driving kick, and it's going to end up in the end zone and out. So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
He's also one of those guys. You notice every one of our tackles where we hit him in the shoulders. You know, he's too good for that. I mean, people are going to have to get down there into the thighs if they're going to tackle him.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 20-yard line. Smith brings them out, 2 receivers to the right. Here comes a man in motion near side. That's Gray. They'll give it to Saunders, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage, and they just had a blitz with their linebackers and come up and wrap Saunders up for no gain. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Saunders just trying to hit the off tackle, and they just brought everybody.
Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now a man goes in motion. That's Saunders. They empty the backfield. Smith looking, fires down the middle of the field. He's got a man open at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, 10. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man. Our camera froze up. Everybody that was watching it could have seen it. It was great. I mean, about a 25, 30-yard pass on a rope, hit Saunders right over the shoulder, full stride, and then he just left him. I mean, just the perfect post route throw and catch.
So Foster will come in and attempt the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:27 to go. We're all knotted up at 7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Well, I don't know, man.
Audio's up.
Huh?
Audio.
Well, we're working on the stream as trying to get that together, but Saunders will kick it away. The ball bounces at the 20, still on the field at the 15. He'll pick it up there, and he'll be swallowed up at the 16-yard line by Carter Pigg. And Jack Gray down there as well.
I think that's what he was trying to do on the first one, but the ball really did get jankety and jumped out of bounds on the last one. That time it sat down right there on about the 12-yard line. That was just perfect. They only have a single returner back, so he's got a lot of field that he can try to kick it to. Is that Pig again? 17.
Yeah.
Wasn't just him, though. I mean, they maintained all their gaps across the front. He really didn't have anywhere to go, and Pig was able to clean up at the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be second down, second and 10. Here's Davis rolling to his left, still rolling. Now he'll tuck it and go. He'll be hit and knocked down at the 20-yard line.
I think if he'd just made his mind up to run the whole time, he would have been all right. It kept like wanting his receiver to get free, but I think his receivers wanting to block for him.
So it'll be third down, 3rd and 7. With 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. 4-man front. Here's a snap. He'll hand it off to his tailback, still on his feet, still dragging Tigers to the 25. He'll be knocked down there, about 2, maybe 3 yards short.
Got to get into his legs. If you don't get into his legs, he's going to drag you just like that one.
So it looks like they'll be about a yard, maybe 2 short, and they'll bring out their punter. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 1. But the Tigers have everybody up. The quarterback is the up back. Back deep is Jack Gray. Here's a snap. And he'll get it away. A high spinning kick. And it's going to hit at the 40. It'll take a Lexington Tiger bounce to the 30-yard line.
And look like a missile.
Well, we'll have it first down, 1st and 10 at our 30.
Very rarely.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 31-yard line. We're all tied up 7-7 with 5:59 to go here in the first quarter.
That first series, they gambled a lot, Steve. Their defense, they were bringing people from everywhere. It'll hang them.
Here's a snap to Smith. He'll give it to Heyman. Heyman trying to bounce it outside. Bows out, has a 30, 32, and then run out of bounds around the 33-yard line. He had to bow it way out. Picked up a couple, though, on the carry.
Man, you would think tight end, the way their linebackers are firing up to the line of scrimmage, that they could throw it right over the linebackers because they're at the line of scrimmage by the time the quarterback catches the ball.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and about 7. Smith in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Heyman to the right, and he just runs into a defensive tackle over there and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down, 3rd and 7 for the Tigers now from their own 34-yard line. As Carter takes a long look over to the sideline, now he'll get the play. He'll send 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side, empties the backfield, a 4-man front for Lexington. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, got the wheel route. And it's going to be incomplete. Tried to get Weeks, and he threw it behind him. Back shoulder throw. He was open there for a minute, but it falls incomplete. Vega on the coverage for Lexington, and the Tigers will have to punt it away. Out comes Carter Pigg. Back deep is Davis. So 4th down, 4th and 7. Pigg stands at his own 20. Here's a snap. And he'll get this one away. A low kick. It's going to hit and still bounding inside the 20, inside the 15, and out about the 14-yard line. It's where Lexington will have it. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
What are you saying? Saying might just need to exit out and then reboot it.
No, 15's good. So Lexington will have it at their own 15-yard line to start this series. They had it at their own 15 the last series and picked up 9 and had to punt it away. 7-7 our score, 4:50 to go here in the first quarter. Davis in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback, looking for some space, and then he's going to be knocked down as he goes to about the 16-yard line. So Adam Harris on the tackle for the Tigers.
Good job. Everybody sliding down the line. Just kept pushing it back, and he was patient. He was trying to find a squirt hole in there, but it just never did happen. He finally had to turn it up. Good play by the defense.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 8, ball at the 17. Here's a snap. This time Davis will keep it. He's going to be hit by Harris right at the mesh point, and he got mushed at the mesh point. And they lose back a couple of yards to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 15. He rode his tailback in there, and he was going to go in right behind him, and Harris wasn't having none of that. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10. We do realize we're having some technical difficulties with the stream, and we're trying to get that worked out. 3rd down, 3rd and 10. But you can enjoy the game the old-fashioned way. Here's a snap, looking to throw. Straight drop, under pressure. Here comes a screen. It's going to be complete. Has some running room at the 25, at the 30, and at the 35. And the Tigers came, and they caught us. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Is that Tidwell?
Yeah, that was Tidwell. And good play running down from behind. Good call, good execution. Screen's not always easy to pull off. Had one guy really there that in the mix of it all, and he got blocked, and that just opened it up for the downfield. Had him in a good spot, too. We let him out.
Seems like Tidwell does a lot of catching him from behind. He's the one player that can do it.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 37. Here comes a man in motion near side. They'll flip it to him, looking to get outside. Now he'll cut it back into the jaws of the defense, and he'll stay on his feet and goes across the 40. And right now, we're not having a whole lot of success tackling the football.
Or the guy with the football.
Guy with the football. He picks up about 4 on the carry, and a lot of that
that
second effort.
That happened at the line of scrimmage. He ended up 4 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 6, a pick up of 4 on the carry.
He runs it like a grown man, doesn't he?
Davis will bring him to the line. Arnold, the tailback, to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. 5-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Arnold, left side. Now he cut it back to the middle of the field, and good play there by Tidwell, but I think he fell forward enough, maybe for a 1st down, maybe a little short. I think about a yard.
Short, yeah.
First time I've heard the Arnold name in a while. There was always an Arnold or a Teague that could play football, and looks like they found one down the line now, because I've noticed he's playing both ways, playing offense, defense. Good run there.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 1 from their own 46-yard line.
Well,
now they'll go shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right.
Got a fullback.
And now we got a flag. They're calling us for offsides.
No, we're not lined up that way. I don't know what he called.
He called offside.
He called offside. I guess we were lined up in the neutral zone. So that'll give them a first down.
I don't know who it was.
That call came from their sideline over there. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Lexington as they move the ball inside Tiger territory to the 48. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. This time Davis will keep it right up the middle. Has running room at the 45 and then knocked down at the 40-yard line. Right now they're getting us up front.
Well, they're getting that second level, and linebackers are just not making the play on them. I mean, we had one there. It would have been about a 5-yard game, but he turned it into a 7 or 8 yard game.
Goheen enters the game now for Hardin County. Second down, 2nd and 3. The ball at the Tiger 41-yard line. 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback, and he'll lunge forward. He's going to be close to the first down as he gets to about the 38-yard line. He'll be about a yard short. They're getting in that 3rd and short. That's what we talked about, Kurt.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what they want to.
They're going to let it run down and get to, well, they're going to measure, aren't they? No, they gave them the first down. That's what they're going to do.
You know, they don't measure as much anymore.
No. And now the clock strikes 0, and Lexington's fired up over there. Their fans getting into it. And the Tigers are kind of stunned. 7-7 after 1. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this.
He's strong. He's good. Determined when he gets his hands on the ball.
Second down, 2nd and 2. Here's a snap, handoff. Tailback has it, and he's just battling his way close to the 15-yard line. They'll shove him back just a bit.
First down, though.
Yeah, it ought to be.
It's identical last year. I guess if it worked last year, it ought to work this year. At least that might be their thinking. Except they have tried to throw it once, I believe. That was more than they did last year.
So Davis will bring them to the line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Davis will keep it. He's at the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle there, still on his feet, and down to the 10-yard line.
Another missed tackle.
Yep, they're just dragging them. About what you said they did last year, too.
Yeah, well, he just couldn't get them. Couldn't bring them down. They ran a lot of determination. We went down on his legs and he just pulled out of it. I mean, it's just almost like, here we are, here we come. What are you going to do about it?
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 4. 9:30 to go. 7-7 our score, but Lexington driving. Here's a snap. Handoff. Tailback. Cuts it right to the middle of the field, and he'll be hit right about the 6-yard line.
That's close.
They're on about 11-play drive right now. They took this one at their own 15-yard line.
A lot of those plays are, we're pursuing, reading their keys and pursuing to where the ball is supposed to go, and then they're just cutting it backside, and we don't. Our backside's not sliding down the line to fill in for it. It's just leaving a gap there, and he sees it, cuts it up behind all the pursuit. Good yardage.
So they gave him the first down. It'll be first and goal. Here's a low snap. He'll hand it to his tailback. Drives across the 5 and close to the goal line, and he'll be down at about the 2. They're just pushing us out of the way, Kirk. I've seen a couple of times as Big Adam has been kind of pushed out of the way. You don't see that very often. It'll be second and goal from the 2.
Yeah, I mean, very few negative plays in this type of offense. So, they're always getting in that third and short. In this case, second and short.
Shotgun formation. Davis with his tailback to his left. Here's a snap. He's following him right into the end zone. I think they haven't said touchdown. Now they do. They shoved him backwards, but I thought he got into the end zone, and Lexington takes the lead back.
Man, he was driving those legs. He just like piston pumps. He wouldn't quit. And, it's demoralizing. Defense gets tired. And they can't do anything about it. You just sit there play after play giving up yardage, and it just eats at you.
Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Our new score, 7:52 to go. Lexington 14. Hardin County 7. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Lewis will kick it for Lexington as they take a 14-7 lead. They go on about a 12-play drive, 85 yards. And they got the Tigers on their heels. Here's a low line drive. It's going to hit. Cam will take it at the 2. He's at the 10, 15, 20. Breaks it outside to 25. Stops there, and then he gets knocked down at the 22. So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 22 with 7:43 to go here in the half. 26 yard line. So Carter will bring them out. Both teams scored in a hurry. We were tied at 7, then exchanged punts, and then Lexington just went on a long drive and capped it off here in the second quarter. Take a 14-7 lead.
They just know how to play us. Got the personnel to do it.
Here's a snap. Smith will give it to Saunders right up the middle. He's going to be hit and knocked down. Picks up a couple out to the 28-yard line. What'll be second down? 2nd and 8. Carter looks over the sideline. They're going from the north to the south end zone now. 4-man front for Lexington. 2 receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side. Saunders a tailback to Carter's left. Now here comes a linebacker. Carter stands in the pocket, fires over the head of Gray. Had him open right to sticks, and that one sailed on him. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8.
That's one of those long throws that he was on target with last week, going across the field to the other sideline.
Yeah, that one got away from him. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8, and the Tiger defense just needs a little bit of a break. Tiger offense need to get a first down right here and keep this drive alive. Now they'll empty the backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Fires. Complete at the 40. That's Rose. And he'll be pushed out of bounds just shy of the 45 to the 44. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down.
You know what he ought to be doing? He ought to be running Rose on a 9 route every play because that 13's out here defending him. He needs to make that guy run 40 yards every play.
So now they'll go doubles, 2 right, 2 left. Here's a snap. Saunders. Now Carter's going to keep it. Gets outside. He's at the 50 into Lexington territory and falls forward. Almost enough for another first down. He's going to be close.
Well, he's been running over those guys, but I think he's getting cocky. I think he thought he was going to get shifty on him there a little bit.
Just shy of a yard of the first down, and now are they saying go? Are they giving it to him?
Yeah,
now they're going to give it to him.
He's waving them. They're not moving.
Well, evidently, if you just get close to the down marker, the stick, they're going to get the first down.
So it will be a Hardin County Bank first down on the run by Smith. 6:24 to go, 14-7 our score. Lexington on top, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure. Now he'll fire down the field. He's got Rose at the 15-yard line and just overshoots him. Boy, he had him beat.
Yeah, and he had a guy right in his face, too, and he knew it. And he tried to put air under it because he had to get rid of it quicker than he meant to. And just missed.
So that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10.
That all-out blitz by the linebacker came free in the A-gap right next to the center. And good job by Saunders, picked it up and got a chip on him, but he was still going to get there.
Here's a snap, straight drop. Fires. Hits
just hit him
Gray right in the face that time. He drops it. So the Tigers are
that's 2 wide open receivers. 2 plays in a row. 1 on the quarterback, 1 on the receiver. Neither one makes it. In a game like this, those are opportunities you got to make.
That's what I'm saying. You got to stay on the field. Misfiring here in the first half. 6:06 to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Now Carter will send 3 receivers to his left, 1 here to the right. Saunders will stand to the right. 4-man front for Lexington. Here comes a blitz. Carter stands in, fires. It's going to be complete to Rose at the 35. That'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank first down. Good play there by the senior as Rose caught it, and he was immediately hit.
Yeah, that would have been an easy ball to get stripped away, and he clamped down on it and took the lick and got the first down. Big play there.
Yeah, another third down conversion for the Tigers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. They're on the march. They're at the Lexington 35-yard line. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Saunders this time. Cuts it back to the middle of the field at the 30-yard line. Goes across the 30 to the 29. So a good pickup on first down there. A pickup of about 7 on the carry. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 3.
I think he'd take a shot over here on this sideline.
Here's a snap. Saunders again, right side, gets outside at the 20, that's a 10, 5 into the end zone, I think. Did they give it to him? Touchdown, Tigers.
That was that shot, Brett.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
You meant they should take
just something on this sideline over here.
Yeah, just take a shot with the tailback.
Yeah.
That great run. There's a good example of Saunders' balance. The guy tried to knock him out of bounds at about the 4-yard line and hit him good. But, with that momentum and his balance, he was able to stay in bounds and get inside the pylon.
The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good by Nolan Foster. 5:02 to go here in the first half. We're all knotted up at 14. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM.
Now they
The Tigers go 9 plays, 74 yards. Saunders takes it to the house, 29 yards out, and that scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company in Savannah.
They've changed it up. They put 2 back now.
So here's a end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. He's at the 30. He's going to be hit at the 35 and then driven backwards. They'll give him the 35, so that's where they'll take over. First down, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I like the way Lexington plays. I mean, they play aggressive. They want to be the most aggressive team on the field. And they take risks, but they're aggressive risk on defense, and on offense, it's I'm going to run over you, through you, or around you, but I'm going to run it.
Here it is. Stop it.
So Davis will bring them to the line. We're all tied up, 14-14, 4:55 to go here in the half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. 5-man front for the Tigers. Now they shift out of it. Here's a snap, handoff to Arnold, and he's going to be tripped up as he had a hole there, and then somebody grabbed him by the shoelace, and he picked up a couple as he goes across the 35, or from the 35 to the 38, a pickup of 3. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Parker Gerald snuck down there and got a shoestring. He was actually on the ground when he reached out and caught him on the toe.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. Davis brings them to the line. He'll send 2 receivers to his right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Arnold again. Has running room across the 40, and then Tibble will get him at the 45, just shy of the 45. But the way they've been doing it, they may just go ahead and give him a 1st down. Well, they're going to spot him about a yard short.
Yeah, he was on the yard line.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is the formula, being 3rd in inches for them. I mean, that.
3rd down, 3rd and 1. Davis will bring him to the line. Shotgun formation. His tailback is to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Davis will keep. No, he'll give it to his tailback. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. I thought he pulled it out.
You see that?
And then he goes across the 45 to the 46.
That little number 32 just slapped Pig in the helmet on his way up. I don't know how they didn't see that.
So it'll be enough for a 1st down. They started this drive at their own 35. They got it to the Tigers 46 with 3:23 to go here in the 1st half.
We're trying to shift gaps on defense. When we get down and then we shift over, trying to make it a little bit harder for them to make a read.
Here's a snap. This time Davis will keep it, trying to get outside, and he's going to be hit, but still falls forward to about the 49-yard line.
He had 3 guys to hold on.
Parker Gerald finally brought him down.
Arm tackling.
There's 3 of us and 1 of him, and he was the only one whose feet were still moving.
Picked up 3 on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7 from their 49-yard line. 2:44 to go here in the half. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Davis in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback, cuts it back toward the middle. This time he's going to be hit and dropped.
That's how
Big Harris got him.
That's how they've been getting their big gains, is that little cutback behind pursuit.
Along with Caleb Franks as well in on the tackle, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down as they spot it right at midfield. 3rd down, 3rd and 6.
Need a big stop here. Maybe use a timeout.
Now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. They're going from the south to the north. Tiger fans getting into it. Here's a snap. Davis is going to keep it right up the middle. He's going to be hit, spun off that tackle, and then falls to the 45-yard line, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down, about 2, maybe 3 yards.
They'll run the clock down.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th down, 4th, and about 1 from the 45. And now Coach Smith wants to take a timeout as the clock is winding down. 1:36 to go. Here in the 1st half, we're all knotted at 14, a typical Hardin County Lexington game. We'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be back in 1 minute.
They had 7 officials for that game.
Stay tuned for us, or stay tuned with us at halftime as we'll have the Central Bank halftime report, also the Tiger report with Laura Ann Pilkington. I want to remind you in the morning, Coach to Coach at 8 a.m., Sports Talk at 9 a.m., and then University of Tennessee and Kentucky, 6 p.m. kick right here on 93.5. But right now we got a 4th and 1. Here's a snap. Davis is going to keep it. He'll have the first down. He's going to have more as he breaks out of the pile at the 30, at the 20. He's at the 10, 5, and he's going to have a horse collar there by Heyman, but he stopped him short. We took the timeout, and, man, they just busted it right up the middle. And Davis is having his way with the Tiger defense right now.
Oh.
The whole offensive line is having their way with the Tiger defense right now.
I mean, it seemed like we shifted to the opposite side of where that fullback was lined up behind the tackle, and that's where they ran it, to the opposite side of where we shifted.
Well, it was our offensive line was blown 3 yards off. He was going to get a first down if he walked. I mean, much less ran.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 with 1:19 to go here in the first half. Well, remember that power game we was talking about? They've gone out in the spread, and they saw something on film from last week. Now Davis will bring them to the line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback. He'll be hit and dropped. Adam Harris met him in the hole and dropped him right at the line of scrimmage. So to bring up 2nd down, and now Lexington wants to take a timeout.
We need a turnover.
As Coach Hollingworth's coming out to his quarterback. He's not happy about something, whatever it is, but we'll take a timeout with him. 41 seconds to go here in the half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Brett Cornell, we're bringing you Hardin County football. We're in a good one tonight. Tigers trying to make history here with a 10-win season, but they better get things in gear as Lexington has come here to play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that couldn't happen with, when the clock got down to a minute was give them a run down to the goal line. That was, just couldn't do that.
Davis in the shotgun formation. The Tigers lining up. Here's a snap. It's on the ground, and he's going to be hit and popped and dropped back at the 5 as Hayden Tidwell came in from the left side on the low snap. And now Lexington will burn another timeout with 32 seconds to go. We have to remind you in the morning, your Sports Saturday will start with Coach to Coach. Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis will start things off for us as they'll get you ready for SEC football. And they'll go into a deep dive of Tennessee and Kentucky at 6 p.m. on 93.5 FM. And then, of course, me and Kirk and Coach Smith will be in the studio at 9 in the morning for Sports Talk. We'll talk about tonight's game and get you set for the playoffs as that's right around the corner. But right now, Tigers find themselves in a game, Kirk, and it's been mainly Arnold and Davis.
Yeah, mainly Davis. Davis is the one that's, I think, the truer threat of the two. He's, teams that have had success against us have been able to block our front four, and then when they get to the second level, we have a harder time, cutting yardage back once they penetrate, and that's what's happened tonight. I mean, our front four have been really blocked. I mean, they've gotten on them, and front four. Now, you've had Harris on a couple of plays. We've seen him break through and make a couple of negative yardage plays in the backfield. But when they get that second level, he gets those shoulders down about 3 feet off the ground. He's good.
Now Davis looks like he's going to go under center, receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback. He's hitting the backfield, and he'll get maybe a couple, but here comes a flag. What is it going to be? Will it be on the Tigers or will it be on Lexington? Let's see what they call. Face mask on the Tigers.
I didn't see that.
It wasn't. I saw it. He had his jersey.
Yeah, he caught him up on the shirt.
He had his shirt right up under his chin.
Yep.
Well, that's a giveaway.
Davis under center again. Here's a snap. Turns around, gives it to his tailback. No, Davis is going to keep it. He's met the hole, and then Eliff comes up and makes the tackle at the 4-yard line, and Davis is down on the ground, and Coach Hollingsworth will have to call a timeout, and his quarterback is down on the ground holding his left leg. He got stood up, and then a whole host of Tigers came in and wrapped him up, and he may have got twisted up, and he's still down on the field.
That ain't good.
Now, so we'll take a injury timeout. We'll be back right after this. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 3, as Davis, the quarterback, popped up, but he limped his way over to the sideline, and let's see what they're going to do now. They may bring out their field goal kicker. It looks like they have.
Going to.
Well, why not take the lead?
So they'll bring out.
He can kick it in the end zone. I'm sure he can kick it from 15 yards.
Logan Lewis.
It'd be good to see Harris break through and get one right here.
As he'll set it down at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard attempt from the left hash. Here's a snap. Here comes some pressure, and he missed it.
He missed it. Wow.
He missed it.
Missed it bad. It almost hit one of our guys in the head.
I was going to say it looked like one of your drives, but I didn't want to go there.
It did. You're right. It did.
That thing was low and to the right. And the Tigers get a big stop, and now what do we got? We got the officials out here talking it over. Oh, I guess they're going to say, where did we put the ball? We'll get it out here at the 20. 19 seconds to go. We're all tied up at 14-14, and a big defensive stand for Hardin County.
That was good. I mean, they had it set up, take the lead.
We're just going to
this will be a knee.
Carter goes under center. He'll take the knee, and that'll do it. What is Coach Smith is not happy, and he's running off. Not sure what he thought or what he saw, but he wasn't happy with it either way. But anyway, that'll be the end of the first half as the clock strikes 0. 14-14 our score. We'll take a timeout. The Central Bank halftime show coming your way next. Carnell bringing you the action here in the first half. Let's look at the scoring plays. Lexington won the toss and elected to receive. They went 5 plays, 65 yards. Davis on the run there. And they were quickly on the board, 7-0. Then Tigers came back, took it at the 20, went 2 plays, 80 yards. Carter Smith hit Jacob Saunders. And we were tied at 7-7. Both teams punted their next possessions, and then Lexington went on a long drive as they took it into the second quarter. They went 12 plays, and 12 plays, 85 yards, and a 2-yard run by Davis, and they were up 14-7. Tigers came back with another drive, 9 plays, 74 yards. Saunders from 29 yards out, and we were tied at 14-14. And then Lexington was on a 10-play drive, a big defensive stand there by Hardin County from the 1-yard line, and they overcame a penalty as well on a third down play. They missed the field goal attempt from 20 yards out, and that's where we are, knotted up at 14-14. The Tigers will have the ball as we start the third quarter. But, Kirk, you know, we were talking about they had gone back to basics, running power offense and lining it up, but they did it in a different way this time, basically running a power offense from the spread.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the zone read mode. Now, I'm not sure that they don't have it pre-called, you know, if it's going to be keep or run by the quarterback, but they just kind of spread everybody out. And now, I know one thing. We went from 4 down linemen to 5. We played that second quarter with 5 defensive linemen, so we had 7 in the box pretty much the whole game, and looked like we were going to run a little bit more man coverage out on the edges. But there was a lot of things that happened in that last series that you didn't see. That when they got down there to the 2-yard line, you had multiple people getting there and stopping the running back. You know, we didn't have one of those deals where he was running through. We were getting penetration, getting our hands on him early, and then help was coming to clean it up, and just a great way to get out of this with him with the missed field goal, because the kicker's good. I mean, the kicker, he's got a great strong leg. I don't know what happened, but it was a shank and didn't come close. So momentum swing at, you know, in that quarter, it's in our favor. Maybe that'll carry on into the third quarter.
Yeah, they played about as well as they could play, and probably have played all year long, and they end up even at the end of one half. Brett, you were talking about earlier, especially in that drive, how they were lining up their fullback and kind of running opposite of where he is. We were shifting kind of away from.
Well,
it seemed like where they were going behind us.
Yeah, they're going to that fullback side most of the time. I mean, it's a quarterback read, and typically it seems like what they're doing is they'll line that up and they'll double our tackles, and that fullback has a full lane straight to the second level there, and then, I mean, it's just an easy read from there. If the defensive end doesn't come up, they pass it off. If he comes up, they take it right behind that fullback.
Yeah,
and that's what I've been seeing. So it's basically we just need to start filling those gaps and coming up and hitting him at the line of scrimmage and making them bounce it outside, because they're running up the middle pretty easily right now.
They're not really running up the middle. They're pretty much attacking off tackle on the, you know, trying to get to that C gap. Mm-hmm. But with that zone read mentality, they've got the luxury to whatever they see, they run through it. And what's happening is we're getting bodies to the C gap, but we're not getting the backside to pursue down the line and maintain the backside gaps, and that's just leaving a little opening. And it doesn't take them much. I watched him a couple of times. I mean, there's a foot between our guys.
Right.
The other thing, too, that you mentioned before we started is staying on the block. There's been a lot of times we've had people there.
Oh, yeah.
But they're still getting hammered by their linemen. So they can't just make that one-arm tackle. And that's what it amounts to, because they're tied up with the other arm with the blocker. The blocker, they just can't shed him. They can't get rid of him. And that running back's good enough to get through with one arm.
Yeah, exactly. Lexington is out on the field performing for the home crowd at senior night here at Jim Carroll Stadium. This is a Central Bank halftime show. When we return, we'll have the Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will catch you up on all the other action around Hardin County sports. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're at halftime. 14-14 is the score. Lexington and Hardin County in a battle here in the last regular season home game for Hardin County. Senior night. Lexington's band is out on the field. The Pride will be out there here in just a few minutes. But right now it's time for the Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will step in, and she'll get you caught up on all the stuff going on around Hardin County sports this week.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. On Tuesday, the cross-country teams traveled to Westview to compete at the Region 7 meet. Lauren Carpenter finished 19th. Jacob Castile finished 9th overall and earned a spot representing Region 7 at the state meet November 2nd in Nashville. Congratulations to both cross-country teams on a great season. Good luck to Jacob at state next week. On Saturday, the bowling team hosted the Fall Bash at the Savannah Bowling Center. The girls defeated Franklin High School 18.5 to 8.5, Bartlett 22-5, and Stewart's Creek 27-0. Macy Brumley bowled a 278 and a 233, Millie Brumley a 244 and a 239, Ava Alexander a 233, and Isabella Wooder a 221. The boys defeated Bartlett 18.5 to 8.5, Franklin 23-4, and Stewart's Creek 22-6. Peyton Napper bowled a 259 and a 226. Hayden Denton a 247 and a 225. Matthew Spears a 235. Weston Heath a 235 and a 225. And Michael Spears bowled a 231 and a 225. The bowling teams will travel to Dyer County on Tuesday. HCHS basketball is right around the corner. The Tigers' opening tip-off will be at home against Scotts Hill on November 16th. Next Friday night, the Tiger football team will be back in action hosting the first round of the TSSAA 4A playoffs. The Tigers will play either Creekwood or the White House from Region 5. We hope you can make it out to Jim Carroll Stadium, but if you can't, tune into the game right here on K93 and make sure you stick around for the halftime report with yours truly, Laura Ann Pilkington.
All right, Laura Ann, it's senior night. First of all, I can't believe that you're a senior. I've known you since birth, and so and here we are, senior night. Emotional time. There's a lot of things going on during this time. Of course, y'all had to be on the field and be announced. And tell us a little bit about how your senior night's going and kind of the emotions you go through.
Well, actually, on the way here, I cried, like driving here, and then I was fine. I was fine on the field. And then we went back in the school to get all our stuff to come down to the track, and the younger underclassmen all had us presents, so then I cried again.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot.
Just a lot of crying. Is that what you're basically saying?
Yeah.
Just a lot of crying. But there's a lot that goes on here. Of course, you got band, cheerleaders, dance team, the football players, managers, and there's just a lot of, emotional. It is an emotional time for parents, grandparents, and and aunts, uncles, and all the rest that show up to these games. But we got ourselves going right here, 14-14. You going to pull us through the second half?
Do it.
You going to pull us through the second
yeah.
half? Do what?
I didn't know. I zoned out for a little bit.
At least you're honest. She zoned out.
It's been a long day.
Well, yeah, I have that a lot when I'm talking to people. They just zone completely out. All right, we appreciate it, Laura Ann, and she'll be back with us next week. It's 14-14. This is the Central Bank halftime report. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Brett Cornell bringing you the action tonight. And I don't want to forget our sidekick over there, Robin. He's been up here in the press box with us as well. He helps us out. Our spotter, our official spotter over there. The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd here at senior night at Jim Carroll Stadium. We're all knotted up at 14-14. In what's been a really thrilling ball game as Lexington has come out here and kind of taken it to us, but we had a big defensive play there toward the end. They missed a field goal, and the Tigers will have the ball to start the third quarter. I want to remind you in the morning that your Sports Saturday starts right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app with Coach to Coach, Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. They'll get you ready for SEC football for your Saturday, and they'll break down the Tennessee-Kentucky game that will be coming up at 6 right here on 93.5 FM. And then at 9, following Coach to Coach, it'll be me, Kirk, and Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game, and we'll try to get you set for the playoffs as the TSSAA playoffs round 1 start next week. The Tigers will be at home, and we should have the brackets completed after tonight, and we'll tell you who will be coming to town for round 1 of the playoffs. So let's take another time out as the Pride is continuing their halftime performance. Both teams still in the locker room, so we're a few minutes away from the second half. 14-14 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Senior night here in the jungle. It's been an exciting first half, to say the least. A lot of festivities going on around Tiger Walk. Was electric tonight. Of course, a lot of people in town, a lot of people here. Seeing 23 seniors playing their last regular season game. A couple of them are injured and not being able to play tonight. But Kirk, we've been good at adjustments going in at halftime all season long. So put on your coaching hat. And if you're Coach Smith, what do you do defensively to stop this run offense that Lexington has put together here in the first half?
Fundamentals. I mean, this is a game that they want to beat you being better at the fundamentals than you are. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to tackle a guy and he's got that headgear down about 3 feet off the ground, you got to get yours 2 feet off the ground. I mean, you got to come in there and low man win. And you can't let them get an edge. If you can't get off that block, you can't. At least you can do is hold your gap responsibility. You might not be able to make the tackle, but you eat that gap up that they can't run through. Let somebody else make the tackle. They got to just be really fundamental, and because Lexington do anything fancy. I mean, it's just we're going to show up and we're going to run it down your throat. And if you stop us, well, congratulations. If you don't, we're going to stomp you in the face mask. I mean, that's just how they play. I'm tougher than you are, and if I'm not, well, you win. And so it's kind of one of those, macho games where you got to just really bow up, and effort is as important as fundamentals, and just show up. I think we can score. I mean, we've proven that. But you got to have the ball to score. And if you don't get the ball back from them, you let them have it 7-8 minutes both quarters. You may not have time to score enough to win.
Well, Lewis will kick it for Lexington as he'll spot it at the 40. They'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone. Back deep is Heyman and Saunders for Hardin County as we get ready here in the third quarter. Lewis approaches the football. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to hit in the end zone and through the end zone. The Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start here in the third quarter. That's a weapon, man, I'm telling you. We've seen a lot of that this year, kickers being able to kick it in the end zone. They've had a long line of really good kickers, too, at Lexington.
Well, we've got you would think that, they've got these soccer programs started now, and maybe we'll develop a really true kicker.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Shotgun formation. Saunders trying to get outside, cuts back to the middle of the field, and he'll pick up a couple. It'll be second down, 2nd and 2, as it's been really tough running in the middle of the field.
Yeah, line of scrimmage play, you got to kind of give that ball string to Lexington, because on offense they pretty much stalemated us with their offensive line, and defensive line's done a good job too. So, I mean, it's and their linebackers are active. They get in there and make plays.
Second down, 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation. Now he'll send Saunders in motion left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure. He'll fire. He has a man open, and it's going to go incomplete. As a safety broke over here on it. Jack was right there, and he kind of, I don't know that he didn't kind of give up on it. He may have caught number 5, Arnold, coming from the middle of the field. But anyway, it falls incomplete. That'll bring up third down, 3rd and 8.
Well, Lexington likes bringing pressure, and, we need something in that 8, 9, 10-yard route stuff. Break it off, get this first down, and start it all over again.
So it'll be third down, 3rd and 8 Tigers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Saunders to the left of Carter in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes pressure, dumps it off, complete to Weeks. He's at the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down, I think.
Yeah, he put his foot on the line.
Got him on the out route, cut it back to the middle of the field, and now he's on the ground. And looks like a shoulder.
Well, we're missing two of our defensive guys that kind of hurt. Tanner not being in there. He's a big asset on defense, and he's out for the season. Unfortunate. I think if I could have put any input into the anatomy of a man, it would have been do something besides an ACL joint, because it sure does mess a lot of good players up. And then we've got who's our defensive end that's out? I don't know if they're out for the year, but it starts at defensive end.
I'm looking down the sideline, but trying to see who's in street clothes.
I mean, we got two starters on defense out.
Ryan Weeks gets up. He had enough for the Hardin County Bank first down. It's his left shoulder. He might have caught a stinger or something.
Yeah, well, it's just a stinger.
I don't know. I had stinger. They went away after a minute or so.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Tigers convert on another third down. Here's a snap. Saunders trying to get outside, and he's going to trip, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He's just got somebody in his face right now.
There's nowhere to go.
All the time, nowhere to go, and they run it to the short side of the field over here. And
the run game's been pretty much nothing. We've had one or two. Carter got loose on a scramble run for some pretty good yardage, and Foster had Saunders had about a 15-yard run. Other than that, it's been in that 2-yard range.
2nd down and 10 in the shotgun. Now he'll fire down the sideline, and it's going to be
picked off.
Intercepted. As he threw it inside, Rose tried to go and make a play on it, but he threw it right to Davis, and the Tigers turn it over. And that's the 3rd turnover in 2 games, and that's something we haven't done this whole season. That time he threw it up for grabs, a 50-50 ball, and Lexington comes down with it with the pick.
He knew it when he threw it. There wasn't a lot of authority on that throw. It was like, okay, I'm going to give him a chance, to make a play, but he got outplayed, and their best athlete makes an interception.
So Lexington will take over, first down, 1st and 10 after the pick at their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Arnold, the tailback, to his left. Man goes in motion right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Arnold. That side, he's going to be knocked down. As that time, the initial hit was Owen Roberts.
Yeah, and good job by the defensive front that time. They pushed the offensive line, a yard behind the line, and anytime you can get that offensive line moving backwards, you're kind of winning the game.
So 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Ball right at the 35. Well, 2nd down and 9. They give him a yard. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's a snap. Davis is going to keep it. Finds a hole. This time he's going to be wrapped up, but falls forward across the 40 to the 41. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4.
He just lets that front wave overrun the play and then just makes a move behind it.
Well, that's kind of what they did last week.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just kind of patient, and then when it's as soon as that lead blocker gets out of the way, he cuts behind him and back upfield.
3rd down, 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down play here in the 3rd quarter. And we jump. Everybody jumps on the hard count, and that's going to give them first down. Man, we have made so many mistakes in this game. And really, it's kind of a continuation of last week. We did things that were just uncharacteristic of this football team. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 on the offsides by the whole Tiger
Well, you can't blame
front.
one of them because there's 3 of them, John.
Yep. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. The ball at the 46 of Lexington. Here's a snap. Davis rolling to his right, trying to get outside. Has some running room now at the 50. Still on his feet at the 45. And he spins to a first down. To the 43-yard line. Inside Tiger territory where they'll have it first down, 1st and 10.
Boy, he has no problem splitting tacklers, does he? He can squirt. I mean, he's got that little.
So first down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Arnold, the tailback, to his right. Now 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold, looking for somewhere, and that time he's going to be popped by Blankenship. As he tried to pop it outside, and Wes Blankenship came up and met him at the end and knocked him down for maybe a yard gain.
D-line,
second down, 2nd and 9.
That D-line's getting active, too. I mean, that was a stalemate. They got no push at all against our defensive front. And, I mean, it just makes it so much easier for help to come make a play if you can't move those big bodies out of the way.
2nd down, 2nd and 9 at the Tigers' 42. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold. This time right up the gut. Has running room at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And he's going to be pulled down by Heyman again at the 5-yard line. There was nobody there as he found the crease right off tackle and almost took it to the house.
Well, we brought our safety's not in the middle of the field.
Yep.
Because we're putting an extra man on line of scrimmage. And if they can ever get by that second line, that's what it's going to be.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
Heyman showed some pop, though. I mean, boy had a good head start, and he's fast, and Heyman caught him. I thought he might get a horse collar, but they didn't see him.
Yeah, they didn't get that.
I didn't see it, did they?
So Davis will bring them to the line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Tigers get lined up. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to the tailback. He just drives close to the goal line. Did he get in? No signal yet.
He's 4 yards before he ever got touched. Offensive line just whipped.
So they're going to get him short. So it'll bring up a 2nd down, 2nd from about a half a yard.
Defense lost that battle.
They've been down here a couple of times. The Tigers came up big the last time.
Not a good start to the 3rd quarter.
No. Turn it over, and then they drive it right back down the field on you.
Gave up 40-yard run.
So 2nd down, 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a snap. Ball's fumbled on the ground, back at the 7-yard line.
Deja vu.
Looks like it.
Davis couldn't hang on to it, and he just had to eat it. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and goal back at the 8-yard line. That's why I don't understand when you got a half a yard to go, you center it 7 yards back.
Oh, it's just the new wave football.
Yep.
Steve, you still in the single wing with Johnny Major.
Yeah, no face mask. 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right is Davis. He's met in a hole and driven backwards this time. As they may give him the line of scrimmage, and now he's back down on the field again. And as he just got hit by a whole host of Tigers, so that'll bring up 4th down. They quickly send out Lewis.
He's not 100% either.
Now, they'll send out Lewis for a – let's see where he'll spot it down.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, they gave him the original line of scrimmage. So he'll spot it at the 15. This time from the right hash, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick. That ain't no good, is it? Is it good? He line drived it. Almost missed it.
It wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty, but he got it through. And with 3:50 to go here in the third quarter, Lexington 17, Hardin County 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. Lewis will put it down at the 40. And here's a high end over end kick, and this one will be into the end zone, and Heyman will just have to catch it, and the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They went 4 plays the last time, got a 3rd down conversion, and then threw a pick. Lexington went right down the field, and the Tigers' defense came up big from the half-yard line and held them to a field goal.
Probably not going to be a tie ball game now.
So 3:50 to go here in the third. 17-14 our score. Lexington on top. Tigers will come out their second series here in the third quarter.
That's 2 good stands by the defense from the 1-yard line.
Smith in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Heyman. Trying to find some running room. Now he does at the 25. And then he'll bull his way to the 30. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down.
Good run. I can't believe nobody got to him. He basically came to a complete stop behind the center, and then picked it up and ran it 9 more yards.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 from the 30.
It's a good sign. Weeks back on field.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 4-man front by Lexington. Shotgun formation. Heyman the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll fake it to him. Now here's a quick throw out to Gray, and he drops another one. Had him on the out route and just didn't come up with it. So that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10.
Opportunities.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 3:20 to go here in the third. 3 receivers left. 1 here to the near side. Heyman the tailback. He'll stand to the right of Carter.
Got a new defensive back over here instead of that good player.
Now he'll send Heyman to his right, empties the backfield. Here's a snap. Here comes a pressure. Steps up in the hole, still on his feet, scrambling around, and he's going to be sacked.
They got this little old bitty kid that's come out here to play corner. That, the quarterback was playing corner over here.
Yeah.
Well, if you notice, every time that we go empty, they bring the house.
Smart.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 13 now for the Tigers as they'll spot it back to the 27.
That's when you want a screen pass.
Yep.
This time they'll go trips to the left, 2 here to the near side. Bunch formation. They're tied on both sides. 4-man front. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Here they come. Right up the middle. Fires. Complete to Heyman right at the 40-yard line. And they're going to say that he didn't catch it. Said it hit the ground first. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tiger fans don't like it, but I was kind of worried about it myself as he kind of short-hopped him. Heyman wasn't really throwing a fit either. So the Tigers unable to come up with the 3rd down play after the sack. And the Tigers will have to punt it away.
First down out route, 5-yard drop pass. You just, in this kind of game, you can't just, you got to make the routines.
Wood back deep. Pig to punt. Here's a snap. He'll get it away. A spinning kick. It's going to hit at the 40-yard line and take a Tiger bounce inside the 35 to the 34. And that's where Lexington will take over with 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. Tiger defense back out on the field. Tiger offense unable to do anything. Hadn't been able to run the ball, and then when we have opportunities, we've had drop passes and a turnover here.
We haven't been able to
third.
run the ball, and we can't catch it.
We can't run it, can't catch it. So Lexington will come back out on the field. And it looks like they've got a new quarterback.
Yeah, the boy he's beat dead.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, and we got a flag on the play. False start on Lexington. That's
New
Ross McDaniel, a sophomore.
New cadence in the ball game. People don't realize, I was watching that. What is it that they do? Follow one of those pro teams for the season on HBO. That Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
And they have the second string quarterback learn the cadence of the first string quarterback. So they're all exactly the same to prevent that right there.
McDaniel in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold, trying in the middle, and he's going to be shoved back as they get him. That's Harris along with Tibble on the tackle. Parker Gerals. So that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 15. No gain on the play. I see the quarterback over there across from us. Looks like he's laying down.
Yeah.
Second down, 2nd and 15. The ball's at the 30-yard line of Lexington. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Arnold, the tailback, to the left. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold again, trying to find some running room. This time he's going to be knocked down from behind. Who is that? That is big Ryan Brown, 74, on the tackle. Good play by him. They pick up a couple, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 14. They give him a yard. 3rd down, 3rd and 14. 1:03 to go here in the third. Lexington on top. 17-14. 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Yeah, it's coming.
Hey, I mean, you're right in front of it.
So Johnson is going to be called for being offsides. He's right over top of the ball. He's trying to plead his case, but from 3rd and, well, actually it was 3rd and 11. It goes to 3rd and about 7, maybe 6. So it changes the play for them. And another mistake by the defensive front. They tried again. They didn't even do anything that time. They'll go 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. McDaniel in the shotgun formation. Arnold to his left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold. Cuts it back, and he's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Brown got him again. So 2 big plays there by Ryan Brown.
Yeah.
And it'll be 4th down, 4th and 6 from the 39. Back deep is Gray. Lewis will come in to punt, and that is the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters in the books, 17-14 Lexington on top. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. To the fourth quarter, Lexington will punt it away. Lewis stands at his own 25-yard line. Back deep is Gray. Now they'll back out. Here comes a rush, and he'll get it away. And we get away from it, and it's going to go inside the 20, the 15, down to the 10-yard line, where we'll have it first down, 1st and 10. So they'll punt it away, and it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers to start here in the fourth from their own 10-yard line. So Smith will bring them out to the line. He'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Saunders in at tailback. Run game just hadn't been there so far for Hardin County in the first 3 quarters.
They're good. They're good in the
somebody's
trenches.
Called a timeout. Lexington calls a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them.
Always
11:49 to go here in the game. 17-14 our score. We'll be back right after this. Tigers from their own 10. Here's a snap. Carter looking, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. As he tried to get, who is that over there? White? Ryan Weeks going down the sideline, and the defender running stride for stride.
Is that wheel route again? I don't know why they're not using the middle of the field.
Well, I was about to say, we had who's number 19?
I mean, linebackers are not really dropping deep, and
second down.
A lot of times they come on these pass routes. There's only one linebacker.
Second and
there
10.
They come.
Here's Saunders. Cuts it right back into the teeth of the defense, and he'll get maybe out to the 11. So we go deep on play number 1, then we run it right at the teeth on play number 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
See, both linebackers came that time. There was nobody in the middle of the field.
3rd down, 3rd and 9 as they push it out to the 11-yard line.
See, we've got 2 receivers on this sideline over here.
So they'll go twins to the left, 1 receiver to the right. That's Rose. Saunders, the tailback. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, under pressure, still under pressure. Now he'll fire complete to White, and that may be enough for a 1st down as he gets it out to the 21. I believe it will be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st down.
Offense made that happen. They gave him 5 seconds to throw the ball. He had to move around in the pocket a little bit, but he finally scanned the field, went all the way from the right side to the left, found the open guy and hit him. That's a big play there.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Saunders trying to get outside. Nothing. I mean, they're just blowing us up front. So we lose a couple on that one. Back to the 19.
Yeah, I mean we're not going to have 50 yards rushing tonight.
2nd down, 2nd and 12. The ball back at, well, they spotted at the 20. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking left, fires. It's complete to Rose. at the 32, and he'll spin down close to the 35, but that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down. So Rose on the out route. Good timing pattern there for Smith. That's two that's worked together for a long time, two seniors. And they pick up the first down out at the 34. So it'll be 1st and 10. Gray and Whites to the right. Rose here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. We might want to put the run in our pocket because we can't run it. One guy is getting through every time and making the tackle as he gets Saunders back to the 32-yard line. So a loss of a couple, and it'll be second down, 2nd and 12. 9:24 to go here in the game. 17-14 our score. Lexington on top. Two receivers right and left. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looks. Now Carter will take off, and he'll be hit
on the ball
and drugged down at about the 35-yard line. That looked like a called run.
It was. Should have called something else.
Yep. Got back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
You just can't keep, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. Just can't keep doing that. And it's because we can't run the ball. We can't get any positive yards on first down and running the ball. And that's just putting us in a negative situation. Start every series.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Three receivers left, one to the right. Saunders a tailback, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Clean pocket, fires, complete. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Jacob Saunders came out of the backfield, caught it around the 50, and then it was a foot race, and Jacob won.
As a linebacker was going to have to go with him. But they're coming hard all the time. I mean, it just unaccounted for. What was funny was their corner was in coverage, and when Saunders caught it, throw was perfect. He was in stride. He never had to slow down as soon as the ball was thrown. And, boy, he can run.
Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Our new score, 8:12 to go here in the game. Hardin County 21, Lexington 17. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Tigers go 7 plays, 66 yards. Smith to Saunders on the touchdown pass. They actually go 90 yards on the drive, and that drive powered by Jones Motor Company. Extra point good, and we're 21-17.
I mean, that was a great play. I'm going to have to give him a new name. He's going to be that. Beep, beep. He's like the road runner. Coyote's not going to catch him.
Saunders will put it down. Here's a squib kick up in or line drive kick, actually. They'll take it at the 30. Now he'll bust it at the 40, at the 45, still on his feet. At the Tigers' 45-yard line. That was a line drive, and we couldn't get down there in coverage. And that's Wood on the return.
Yeah, that's the worst thing they could have done. I mean, they're testing everything that they can do bad in a game and see if they can still come out ahead.
So Lexington will have it at Hardin County's 44 after the return.
I mean, line drive. We didn't have anybody to the 50 when he caught the ball.
First down, 1st and 10. McDaniel, the quarterback, he's in relief of Davis. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold, trying to find some kind of running room, and he's going to be knocked down, maybe picked up about a yard, maybe 2 on the carry. They'll give him 2. It'll be second down, 2nd and 8.
Come on, defense. Stiffen you back.
Davis went out. He looked like what he suffered, kind of a knee injury right before the half, and then he got hit on the 3rd down play, and he hadn't been back since. Second down, 2nd and 8. Here's a snap. This time McDaniel will keep it. He'll be hit at the 40-yard line and maybe get to the 39. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
It's all out 4-down territory for them now.
3rd down, 3rd and 4.
We're going to have to stop them twice.
So big 3rd down play here. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Tigers on top, 21-17. McDaniel breaks a huddle. He'll send 2 receivers to his right, 1 here to the near side, Arnold to his left. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Arnold up the middle, and he goes across the 35. He's going to be close to a 1st down.
Yeah, they just mowed our defense down. I mean, they pushed us back to the 30-yard line.
It is enough for the 1st down.
Well,
I think.
they're not. Are they moving them or not?
Well, they're trying to
There
get
they
them moved. Now they'll get them moved. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10. Lexington at the Tigers' 33-yard line.
Can't give it up, boys.
McDaniels will bring them out to the line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. McDaniels will give it to Arnold again. He'll be met in the hole at about the 31-yard line, where he'll be knocked down there.
They're going to have to get some penetration. I mean, that's 4 yards.
Picks up a couple of yards on the carry.
They're going to have to get them in some negative yardage on one of these plays, because you can't give them 3 yards 4 plays in a row, or they're going to win this thing.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're scrimmaging from the left hash.
Lee.
And now we jump, and that's going to give them 5 more yards. We've done that 3 times tonight.
We've also gone away from the 5-man front.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 now. After the penalty, they'll move it to the 26. Clock running, 5:35 to go here in the game. Tigers holding on to a 21-17 lead.
Fumble would be nice.
Lexington brings them to the line. Or McDaniels. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback, still on his feet and trying to be drugged down by Franks. Finally gets him down. Harris comes up a little gimpy, but he'll have enough for a 1st down as he gets it to the 16, maybe 17-yard line. They're finding some push now up front.
Oh, they got the mo after that kick. That's why special teams are a big deal. I mean, you just think, we kick that in the end zone, they start out on the 20 instead of, the 45-yard line. It's just, our 45.
McDaniels brings them to the line, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Arnold to his right, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. McDaniel is going to keep it. Has some running room. He gets close to the 10. They'll spot him at about the 11. So McDaniels picks up right at 6, maybe 7 yards. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 3, it looks like. 4:30 to go here in the ball game. Lexington driving. They're at the Tigers' 11-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 4. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Arnold to the left of McDaniels in the shotgun formation. Now 5-man front. Here's a snap. Give it to his tailback, and this time he'll be knocked down as he gets right at the 10-yard line. So a pickup of a yard, and that'll bring up third down, third and about 3. Third down, third and 2, they'll call it. So big third down play here for the defense. 3:46 to go here in the game. Tigers on top, 21-14, or excuse me, 17. McDaniel now trying to line everybody up. His tailback will be to his left, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's a snap. He'll keep it right up the middle, and he's still driving his feet, and now they'll push him back.
First down.
As he gets close to the 5, they'll spot him at about the 6. And that should be enough for first and goal from the 6-yard line.
Down to 3:15 on the clock. That's the deal. That's what they're winning. Devil wears red.
So it'll be first and goal from the 6. It'll be under 3 minutes before they get this play off.
Yep.
McDaniels brings them to the line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Tigers dig in. Now they're just going to take their time now. He's looking back at the back judge. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Arnold, and he's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. And now Hardin County will have to take a timeout. So Coach Smith hustles down the sideline. He'll take a timeout with 2:29 to go here in the game. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Hardin County on top, 21-17. Lexington driving. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back at Jim Carroll Stadium, senior night, Tigers trying to hang on. Second and goal from the 5. 2:29 to go here in the game. Tigers holding on to a 21-17 lead. McDaniels in the shotgun formation. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Arnold, trying to get outside, and he goes into the end zone. As he went off the left side, kept going down the line, and finally found the checkerboards, and Lexington pulls on top 23-21 with 2:22 to go. So Lewis will be in to kick. The extra point. All important extra point. Here's a snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:22 to go. 24-21 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Lexington goes 9 plays, 44 yards, 5-yard run by Arnold, and they take the lead again with 2:22 to go here in the game, 24-21. Back deep is Heyman and Saunders. Lewis will kick it. He's booted it in the end zone. I don't think he's missed the end zone all night long. Or just one time, maybe.
Yeah, Heyman had a return at one time.
Here's a high end-over-end kick. He won't return this one.
No.
And the Tigers will have it at their own 20.
Big difference
First and
starting.
10.
Big difference starting from your own 20 versus their 45. That's the difference on this game right now. Here in this half is that line drive kickoff that they called it the 30-yard line and just had a free run all the way to midfield.
So first down, first and 10, Tigers at their own 20. 2:22 to go in the game. They trail 24-21. They'll go 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side, empty backfield, 3-man front now for Lexington. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure, sacked. 3-man front, and they sack him.
Well, they blitzed their linebackers.
Yeah, but it was defensive tackle, the one that had him.
Yep.
And the Tigers will have to call a timeout. And Coach Smith talking to his quarterback. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, they get us back to the 13-yard line. And
Carter should have stepped up.
Kirk, games are won at the line of scrimmage. And,
fundamentals. They beat us at the fundamentals, and they had made me a mistake.
Well, like you said, if they're blitzing every time he goes empty backfield, you could do a quick wide receiver screen right there.
Well, you could do the tunnel screen. That'd be perfect.
Tigers are down to 1 timeout now, 2:13 to go. Want to remind you in the morning, your Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach at 8 a.m., followed by Sports Talk. Me and Kirk, along with Coach Smith, will be there. And we'll talk about tonight's game, get you set for the playoffs, as the Tigers will be at home for round 1 of the TSSAA playoffs. Second down, 2nd and 17. That really doesn't matter right now. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Here comes a blitz. Now they throw it over the middle. They got Heyman. Still on his feet at the 25. Cuts it down the sideline at the 40. Turns on the Jets at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Heyman!
Unbelievable.
Wow!
The only problem is they left 2 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
He should have taken a knee on the one.
Cam Heyman takes a pass.
This is important. This will put it up 4 instead of 3. We need to make that. They're offside, weren't they?
Here's a snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Tigers get the lead back, 28-24. We won 56 to go. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Tigers go 2 plays.
What are we doing?
80 yards, but after the sack, Heyman takes a pass, cuts across the field, goes down the sideline, takes it to the house.
Why are we doing
for the score.
Huh?
And it's
What?
28-24.
I think this is a good idea. At least I do.
Here's
right now.
Foster. Kick is on the ground, and they'll squib it to the 41.
I don't know.
So Lexington will have it with a short field to work with at their own 41-yard line with 1:54 to go. We have a timeout. They have 2 timeouts. So
It'd be better kicking it out of bounds.
I know. I don't know why. I don't understand that.
Yeah, there you go. I thought that was.
McDaniel will bring them out. First down, 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line, and now they'll go 3 receivers to the left. Arnold, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap, rolling that way, looking. They flood it out. It's going to be complete, and he's going to be hit by Blankenship, knocked out of bounds at the 45. And I think they get him out of bounds. They got him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So it'll be second down, 2nd and about 4. Clock stops with 1:47 to go. They just flooded that side of the field over there and found the short receiver. He ran it out of bounds.
That's what they wanted.
Now they'll do the same thing to the wide side of the field this time. They're scrimmaging from the left hash, going from the north to the south. Here's a snap, rolling to the right. Still rolling, fires, got a man open at the 40-yard line of the Tigers, and this time they get him down, and the clock will run after they spot it. Now they'll stop the clock.
Come on, defense.
Let's go.
Now they'll go 3 receivers to the left. McDaniels in the shotgun. He rolls to the left. Looking, fires. It's complete.
Yeah!
Run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 36-yard line. And now we call a timeout.
You don't learn from your mistakes.
So Hardin County will take the timeout here. The clock, did he not run out of bounds anyway?
Yeah, he ran out of
But
bounds.
we'll keep it right here. As it's 2nd down, 2nd and about 4. They'll spot it at the 35-yard line. They've gone to trips right, trips left, and they're just flooding the field and hitting underneath the receiver and picking up 5 and 6 yards at a time. We have nobody on it. And Coach Smith had to call a timeout to kind of get his defense straightened out. What a ball game. Back and forth and back and forth.
I guarantee the time of possession is going to be like
It's going to be like when
30,
Tennessee played last
35
year.
minutes to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Lexington will come back out. They'll scrimmage from the left hash. They'll go 3 receivers here to the wide side. Shotgun formation is McDaniel. Arnold to his right. 2nd down, 2nd and 4. Here's a snap. He's rolling that way, still rolling. Fires, and this time Blankenship comes up, and it falls incomplete as he tried to get his intended receiver, Arnold. And that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 4 with 1:22 to go here in the game.
We need a bad snap right here.
McDaniels has come in relief of Davis. He started the first half and then was injured in the 3rd quarter, and he's been out most of this 2nd half.
They're going to run it right here.
I would.
So now they'll go trips to the right. Arnold to the right of McDaniel. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Rolling that way. Still rolling. Under pressure. Fires down the middle of the field. He's got a man open.
Got it.
Complete at the 11-yard line.
Lee. How do you do that? How do you let that happen?
Yeah, your safety gets lost and can't find who's in his zone. got to watching the quarterback.
So the clock stops with 1:15 to go. The ball is at the 12-yard line of the Tigers. They'll go same formation. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right. Still rolling. Still rolling. Still looking. Fires in the middle of the end zone, in the back of the end zone. Touchdown.
Same exact play.
Part of the problem is he's running for 8 seconds. Nobody even making an attempt to get to him.
So the Tiger backfield, defensive backfield, they're sitting there scratching their head looking at each other. And he was in the back of the end zone. Nobody paying attention to him, and a good job by McDaniel.
The bad part about it is you got a team that can't throw the football that just went
completed every pass.
55 yards with every pass thrown perfect.
Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Our new score with 1:02 to go, 31-28. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more Hardin County football right after this. Well, a team that's run it all night long, they come out and just pass it down the field on us after they take over on the squib kick at the 41, so they had a short field to deal with anyway.
Well, I thought we kind of had them where we wanted them, and little did I know they had us where they wanted us. So that was the worst defense I've seen all year.
Here's Lewis. He'll kick it off, and it'll go in the end zone. So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10.
All right. We can score quick. We need to do it.
At their own 20-yard line with no timeouts, 1:02 to go. So let's see what the Tigers have now. See if we can do something. Whatever we do, we don't need to leave any time on the clock.
I told you when we ran that score, we left too much time on the clock, but I was really
shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap, straight drop, fires, complete to White at the 31 and runs out of bounds. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down. So they'll move the chains as they get it out to the 31. Clock stops with 58 seconds to go.
I just want to say unbelievable one more time.
So now they'll go 2 receivers to the right, or 3 to the right, 2 here to the near side, scrimmaging from the left hash. They're going from the south to the north. Empty backfield, 3-man front for Lexington. And now Lexington wants to take a timeout and talk about it.
I just can't believe they did that with a backup quarterback, sophomore backup quarterback. Unbelievable.
Yeah, sophomore backup quarterback. That's exactly right. And they got the same guy twice.
It's almost like we couldn't switch out of their run mode to get into a – but that long pass down there, down to the 15-yard line was
yeah, that was a deal breaker right there for sure.
Those little 5 and 8 yard out stuff probably would have used the clock up eventually.
Thing about it was he was rolling to his right and floated it out there. We couldn't get to him.
Yeah, I mean, he was wide open.
It wasn't like he
we got lost.
threw it on, yeah.
We got lost looking at him coming to his, rolling to his right, and we just let the guy go, and can't do that.
So 58 seconds to go here in the game.
And, too, though, I mean, it's like we weren't trying to get to the quarterback anymore.
We just had people trailing him. We didn't have anybody coming up on that side.
Lexington on top, 31-28. Tigers at their own 31-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires down the sideline in the double coverage, and
he dropped it. He dropped it.
He had it for the interception and dropped it. That time Carter made a huge mistake.
Yeah, bad throw.
He threw it right into double coverage and threw it short. That brings up second down, 2nd and 10. Boy, we got away with one there.
Well, they're trying to find ways to get it to the sideline, and because we don't have any timeouts, and middle of the field is going to be a challenge. I mean, you're going to lose 20 seconds if you complete one 20 yards down the middle of the field.
Now they'll go trips right. 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking, fires, complete to Rose, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2. The ball out now at the 39-yard line. They'll be scrimmaging from the left hash over here close to the Tiger sideline. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right to the wide side. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looks. Fires. It's going to be complete to Blankenship. He goes upfield. And now he gets out of bounds as he goes inside Lexington territory at the 48-yard line with 42 seconds to go. And that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down.
Keep on track.
Now Rose will come out. Heyman comes in. Smith looking over to the sideline. First down, 1st and 10. 42 seconds to go here in the game. Tigers trail 31-28. They started this drive at their own 20. Shotgun formation, trips left, 2 to the right. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, rolling to the right, still rolling, fires, complete to Heyman at the 35.
On the ball.
They got to get on the ball. That's enough for the first down. They'll have to clock it right here as they get set. And they will clock it.
No time left.
And no time, got off at 34 seconds. Ball at the 36-yard line. Only man he had to roll. He got flushed that time to his right and then found Heyman right about the 36-yard line. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 10 from the 36. 34 seconds to go. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield, 3-man rush for Lexington. They got everybody in coverage. Here's a snap. Looking, clean pocket.
Got him.
Got a man open down the field in the end zone, and it's going to be tipped and picked off.
Ball game.
In the end zone. They're going to say it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
They called it incomplete.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
They're going to talk about it. They called it incomplete. Let's see what they did. Let's see what they're doing. They're talking about it. They called it incomplete. They called it incomplete.
Oh, my. Okay. We'll take it.
So it'll be 3rd down. Wow. 27 seconds to go.
That was. Whew. If they get beat.
So the Tigers still clinging to life. The ball was tipped. And right into the hands of Woods.
Awesome.
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Fires over the middle. Complete to White. At the 20, at the 25. Still on his feet at the 10-yard line. Now they got to hustle down. They'll have to set it up. Clock stops while they set up the chains. And now they'll clock it.
No time.
With
Good.
19 seconds to go.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like that.
No.
They missed that one. That pick.
The interception, yeah, it was.
I don't know how it was incomplete.
I don't either.
It didn't touch the ground at all.
Well, the guy that called it incomplete,
He's
the guy that intercepted it, his back was to him. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10, 19 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the right. Now they're going to call a timeout. They'll take a breath. That's their last timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 19 seconds to go. 31-28 our score. Tigers at the 10-yard line when we return. You listen to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. So 1st and goal from the 10. Tigers need they don't need a touchdown, but we sure would like to have one.
We'd like one.
No timeouts for either team. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw in the end zone. Heyman. That's got to be a flag.
Pass interference.
Pass interference on Heyman. That time he was
called
tackled.
He called it. He called it.
That'll put it on the 5.
Yep.
So that'll move it half the distance to the 5 now.
Used up 4 seconds. Now they'll have 3 shots at the end zone. Maybe 3 shots.
So Heyman will come out. Rose will come in now. That was pushing on the receiver out here. I mean, on the defender out here.
Yeah, he mauled him.
Huffman.
He just mauled him.
So now they'll go with White, Gray, and Blankenship to the right. Saunders, a tailback, in the backfield now with Smith. They're running a tight formation. Carter walks up, rolls over here to the near side. Here's a snap, rolling that way.
Got him.
Still rolling.
Got him.
Fires, complete, touchdown! As he got Rose dragging across from the left to the right side, hit him in stride, no time on the clock, and the Tigers are going to win it. The Tigers are going to win it on the last play.
Hey, I said I wanted to say it one more time. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Man, crowd, everybody's on their feet. I mean,
no, we're shooting confetti and everything.
They set him up.
10-0.
We got 6 seconds on the clock. Yeah, they put 6 seconds on it.
Okay. So they got 6 seconds on the clock.
Well, you know, the way that some of our kickoffs have gone, I don't know. There still may be time. Yeah.
That drive started at the 20-yard line. They went 9 plays, 80 yards.
Well, I mean,
and then Smith to Rose on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Well, they won the game on that about the second throw over there on their sideline. He threw it into double coverage. It looked like they had the interception from here. I thought he caught it. And this one in the end zone, I don't know how they came up with that being incomplete.
So now they're talking to Coach Hollingsworth over there. I don't know what they're talking about.
I think that
I think they kicked somebody out.
Yeah, when he came down, I think that guy came down on top of him. And
so a Lexington player is exiting the game, and they're over there talking to Hollingsworth, Coach Hollingsworth, about that.
His defensive tackle, he played good all night too. He was one that was always interrupting things in our backfield.
And
I imagine the moment got to him. I don't blame him. I mean, heck, fire.
Well, that was right into the student section too in the north end zone.
Great call though. I was wondering because, you know, Carter was rolling to his right and he didn't have a receiver, and then I caught
the drag coming.
I caught the drag coming across the field, and man, they had all collapsed back to the middle of the field, and he was by himself.
So unsportsmanlike on Lexington, and
that'll be on the kickoff.
Yep. So that cost them, and Foster in to kick the extra point. Here's a snap. Oh, That's a penalty, too, and they ought to kick out. There's going to be some fighting
Oh,
going on
he's
there.
throwing the kicker. We got to fight.
So now they've got a brawl. They got everybody coming out, and they just absolutely wiped our center out.
Well, the thing is, it's playoffs here.
Yeah, everybody needs to get out. That was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. As he absolutely came from the back of the end zone and wiped.
It wasn't that. He
wiped our center out.
Yeah,
before it was snapped.
But then
I don't even know how he got it snapped off. And then
after the kick, he went over there and grabbed Foster and threw him to the ground.
I don't mean anything ugly, but when we played Lexington my senior year, we did the same thing on the last play of the game. That it wasn't quite that. It wasn't quite that that aggressive, but it was.
So the extra point was good. I wouldn't start singing
I
yet.
wouldn't either. There's 6 seconds on the clock.
That's not going to be a good look.
Well,
Coach Hollingsworth and Coach Smith are really good friends, too.
The thing is the center's protected.
Yeah, you can't do that. I saw it.
He's the only guy you can't hit on a.
Yeah, he came. I saw him. He came, on a hot and just leveled him right as he snapped the ball. And then he went after our kicker and got him by the face mask and took him to the ground.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of.
They got a playoff game, too. They've got 2 kids that's been kicked out.
3, I think.
Yeah.
I think they took 2 out.
Of course, we did a good job by getting all of our kids off the field.
Yep.
Wow. Now they're down there discussing.
Oh, it's turned into a Donnybrook. Oh, man. Well, I mean, what he did to the center, that could be dangerous because the center's head's down. And he came in and hit him right in the back of the helmet.
Coach Smith is
the other stuff.
Interesting.
I mean, all that fighting around, that doesn't amount to anything because as long as you're wearing a helmet, there's nothing that's going to happen to you.
Coach Smith is more worried about if anybody on our side was, but I think it was all Lexington at that point. We got people out. We had police officers out on the field. I mean, now Coach Smith talking to the official.
Of all the games that I've been a part of, I've never even seen.
He's talking
something that bad.
He's giving him names of players that came off the bench over here is what he's doing. That means they can't play next week.
Coach Smith did do a good job with that. We had people started coming off, and he kept them on the sidelines.
Well, I wonder if you can appeal that.
Yeah, you can.
So they're talking to Coach Smith about it right now. How do you know? I mean, you officiated. How do you know who came off the bench?
You just stand back and write numbers down as they're running out there. And the thing is, I officiated a game over at Adamsville, and they got into the fight with Carroll County. And, I mean, it was bench clearing from all sides. And when we got through, the referee was the first year's referee. He called off like 9 players from both sides that he was going to throw out of the game. They didn't throw any punches or nothing.
Yeah.
And there was 2 guys that really just hit each other.
Well, Coach Smith is satisfied now. Whatever it is, he's satisfied. So, all right. So do we have to kick it over?
Surely not.
Well, if he hit him before it was snapped, it would be a dead ball penalty.
Yeah, it was snapped.
We
kicked the extra point.
I'm saying
but I see what you're saying. Yeah, if he touched
it would be a dead ball if he hit him before if he was in the neutral zone before the ball was snapped. It'd be a dead ball foul.
So now they're trying to get it all situated out. This ball game was just
Lexington thinks we have to kick again because they're out there on the field.
They're just trying to get it all situated out. Here's what the deal is: when you start doing stuff like that, these officials. I mean, you could cost a kid a playoff game.
The other thing, too, about playoff implications, by him doing that, you can't expect the other team not to respond. You know, If I'm officiating a game like that, the boy that did it, he would be out. And that'd be it.
Yeah.
Because no other harm was done. And
so what are they going to do?
But some of these sticklers for the rules, they'll
we're going to have to re-kick.
Yes, caught it a dead ball. I had to.
So it looks like we're going to have to re-kick.
Well, see, I would think that the kick was good, and you could take the personal foul on the kickoff, which would.
Well,
help
that's what
us.
I'm thinking too, and maybe, of course, they don't have a microphone. All right, we got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Lexington. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Lexington. That's 2.
That's it. Yeah. So we'll be kicking off from.
So why are we having to re-kick?
I don't know.
Question.
I don't know. He could decline the penalty if it's personal foul.
Well, let's just get this one in. And
well, that's not more I'm worried about. Here it is. The kick is up, and the kick is good for the second time. 6 seconds to go in the game, 35-28. Now, they'll have 30 yards, right, worth of penalties on the kickoff.
If it's called too unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. 2 dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
Well, I don't know if it's one guy or 2 guys.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike penalties are administered in the order of occurrence. So if you've got one guy, boom, next guy, boom, next guy, boom, that's 15, 30, 45.
We're going to kick it from the 40.
Yeah.
If I'm watching Coach Smith count.
Saunders is kicking too.
And I trust him.
He's taking it to the 40-yard line. I don't know. Did they not call a penalty?
Yeah, well, they're going to do it now. They got to come out here and do it. Yeah. Okay.
He gave 2 of them, so he's going 30 yards.
Don't they do like the pros and run it?
We'll be kicking from like
the 35.
Yeah, about 35.
$30. Well, now's a good time to hit your little squib.
Yeah, now's the time.
Well, Lexington's offsides.
I'd have onside it.
Yeah.
So where's he going to spot it down at?
I'd have onside kick because there's no way they could return it.
Well,
they don't
know what's going
realize.
on. They don't know what's going on.
So Lexington is at the 50. They don't understand what's going on. And now they'll get them back over there. So we're kicking off from the 30-yard line. Saunders will kick it.
I would onside it. I mean, you're right, Kurt.
Yeah, I would. I'd onside it like over here to the 20-yard line and just let our guys, if they don't kick it out of bounds, come back to the 35. Yeah, I would just onside it. Or he could onside it up the middle. But Matthew may just want to kick it in the end zone and put them on the 20.
So Saunders will line it down. We'll be kicking from their 30-yard line. And he'll squib it and kick it out of bounds. Kick it out of the end zone. And they'll have it on the 20-yard line.
All right.
The thing is it would have taken a second off the clock if he had onside it.
Yeah.
So they'll have it with 6 seconds to go. Don't go anywhere. This has been the kind of game it is. Tigers on top, 35-21. After the Tigers went 80 yards with no timeouts, Smith hit Rose for 5 yards for the touchdown. Extra point. First one was good. And then we had a melee out here.
Yeah, that boy from about 8 yards back just came in a dead run and hit her center in the back of the head.
Well, get out there. You got to get out there on them, though.
So
you know where they're going with it.
Daniels in the game, rolling to his right, fires, and it's going to be incomplete.
2 seconds.
2 seconds to go. And now they just run one of our guys completely into the sideline over there. Pig was run over there into the sideline. Still testy out there, but, hey, these two teams have been hooked up for 84 years.
Well, and
Lexington has had their way for a number of years, and
they had us beat.
Yeah.
I mean, they had us beat with minutes go in the game.
Yeah.
No.
So it'll be second down. 2 seconds to go. This will be the last play of the game, regardless of what happens. McDaniel in the shotgun. He'll send 3 receivers to his left. Arnold, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap. Fires. It's going to be knocked down, and the Tigers will win it. Finally.
What a game.
What a game. And they complete the perfect
Perfect
ending in the perfect season.
10-0.
And they've made history tonight.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
They made history with a 1-minute drive from the 20-yard line with a little help.
Well, wasn't a good ending to it between two buddies that are two coaches that are buddies, and they just said, just forget it and go to the locker room. Coach Hollingsworth said, I'm taking my kids to the locker room, and they're going to be met in the end zone by the student section. And this home crowd that has been very active tonight, and the Tigers will go into the first round of the playoffs undefeated as they complete the undefeated season, 10-0, or 10-0. And man, what a game!
Impressive.
I mean, this was a game of two totally different styles of play. We try to be balanced, run the football, and give them credit. We probably didn't have 40 yards rushing in the ball game, if that much. And but they couldn't control our passing game, so we were able to move the ball through the air. They moved it on the ground. They were able there. I mean, they had the ball with about 2.5 minutes, and not known for being able to throw the ball. They didn't miss a pass.
They missed one that entire drive.
Yeah, and went down there and like they've been throwing it all night and made it look easy. And looks bad. I mean, a minute 9, a minute 6, something like that, when we get the ball at the 20-yard line and able to score in that time with no timeouts. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was highly efficient. And they missed an interception that would hit them right in the hand. I mean, it should have been caught on their sideline. And then what looked like an interception in the end zone, the official down there called it incomplete and gave us another chance. I thought that was going to be the end of the ball game, and we took advantage of it.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Central Bank post-game show. That's headed your way next. You're listening to Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium as we took a deep breath, and you're listening to the Central Bank post-game show. Let's take a look at the scoring of tonight's ball game. The Lexington Tigers got on the board first. They went 5 plays, 65 yards, opened up the scoring 7-0. Tigers got the ball back, went 2 plays, 80 yards. Smith to Saunders on the long touchdown passing and run, and it was 7-7. Both teams punted it back to each other, and then Lexington went on another drive. They went on a 12-play drive. Davis took it in from 2 yards out. That was a 85-yard drive there, 14-7 at that point. And then Hardin County comes right back. They go on a 9-play drive, 74 yards. Saunders goes in from 29 yards out, and it's 14-14. At the end of the first half, Lexington went on a 10-play drive, and then they had a couple of miscues from the 1-yard line. They had it 1st and goal from the 1. They attempted the the field goal, and missed a 20-yarder. And we were tied at halftime at 14-14. Tigers came out and opened the third quarter up. They went 4 plays, and then Carter threw a pick, and the Lexington was back in business at their 34-yard line. They go 8 plays, and then Lewis hits from 25 yards out as the defense holds again. And it's 17-14. And then Hardin County went 3 and out, had to punt it back to Lexington. Lexington went 3 and out on their series. As we started the fourth quarter, Hardin County went on a 7-play drive, 66 yards. Smith to Saunders, and it was 21-17. And then Lexington gets it on Hardin County's 44 after the kick return. They go 9 plays, 44 yards, a 5-yard run by Arnold, and it's 24-21. And then with 2:22 to go, Hardin County took the ball over at their own 20. They go 2 plays, 80 yards. Smith hits Heyman on an outstanding run by Cam, and he houses it, and it's 28-24. And then Lexington, after a short kick, they get it on their own 41-yard line. They go 5 plays, all by passing, 12-yard touchdown pass, 31-28. At that point, Tigers take over with less than a minute to go in the game, and they go 80 yards on 9 plays. It was a thing of beauty, and Smith hits Rose on a 5-yard touchdown pass, extra point good. 35-28 is our final score. And Kirk, the Tigers end up 10-0, first team to ever win 10 games. We've gone undefeated, but the first team to go with 10 wins, and what a way to do it against a team like Lexington. And Lexington, you got to take your hats off to them. They brought it to us all night long, really outplayed us for the most part of this game.
It was the tortoise in the hare.
Yeah.
I mean, they just methodically went in the line of scrimmage and pretty much did all night. But I mean, we turned the Jets loose when they got their hands on the ball and made huge plays, one right after another. And it was also one of those games that we score, they score, they score, we score, we punt, they punt, we punt, they punt, they score, we score, and then it comes down to who's got football last. I mean, we mirror imaged in different ways, but with the outcome. The other thing, too, that threw this thing out of balance was the field goal. You know, they kicked the field goal and broke the 7-point barrier when they did that, because once they scored the 3, that was going to be somebody going to win this game in regulation. And the way it turned out, we had the ball last and knew what to do. It weren't great. I mean, this was not a game where we looked good, but when we looked good, we looked great. I mean, it was an all or nothing.
You know what the weird thing is? You fixing to say something, Brett? Oh, I thought I didn't want to interrupt, but you know what the weird thing is, and when I tell you this, you're going to think, I hadn't really thought about that. We were so much quicker with our guys in the open field, and we're the ones that are running off 50 and 60 and 70-yard runs after a pass catch and outrunning the defenders. You know, it used to be the other way around.
Right. We used to be the ones trying to play bully ball and use up the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, I mean, our buttered bread is on the explosive plays. I mean, that's what we're relying on. You know, the games that we don't have a lot of those explosive plays, we don't. It's either close or we don't look ourselves. We're dependent on those big plays happening in the game. But there's not many teams with a minute 9 can take the ball 80 yards and have time left over once they score on a methodical. We worked it perfect. They ran the deep outs, and a lot of those, a lot of those were on 3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 10.
Yeah.
I think one of the scores we had tonight was 3rd and 19. And that may have been the Heyman catch that he turned and went up the sideline.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, overcoming adversity. As far as yardage adversity, they've been able to do it with that speed that you're talking about. And just quarterback play was good, but it was not great. It was not a perfect night for Carter. I mean, and they made it that way. I mean, we were under duress. They bullied us all night. They won the line of scrimmage, except when they got down there on the 1-yard line twice. We held them twice. And they missed one field goal, made one field goal.
Couple of bad snaps.
Yeah, but we held them to 3 points twice inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
So if they want to complain about us getting this call in the end zone as far as the incomplete interception that they called, well, they win this game if they score down there instead of settling for one field goal on 2 trips inside the 5-yard line. So you can always point to stuff in the game, and I'm just hoping that we didn't get anybody thrown out.
Yeah, I mean,
Come in there, Brett. Wake up, Brett.
I caught
Wake
him
up.
off guard.
They showed that they can win a game not playing their best ball, which is a big deal, especially going into the playoffs. But we have to tighten up a lot of that stuff that we made mistakes on, jumping off sides, all sorts of stuff, letting guys get behind us on our coverage, keeping it in. But like you said, not many high school teams especially can drive the length of the field with a minute left and come out and win a ball game. And it was an incredible game. It really was. But Lexington, they came out and hit us in the mouth and kept hitting us in the mouth. But fortunately enough, we have the players on our side that can make these explosive plays and make these 40, 50-yard catch and runs down the sidelines and can outrun people. So it's going to be tough going into to the playoffs, but as long as we clean some stuff up, we should be all right.
This was like an old Bear Bryant team playing against a Steve Spurrier team. It's just Spurrier throwing it all over the field and hitting big plays, and then 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and Alabama scoring, on the ground. It was just it was a weird game because of the two teams are so different from each other. And I'll tell you another big factor in the game that we really hadn't talked about, and it was a major factor, was their most dynamic player was their quarterback, and he went out of the game and at the end of the first half and didn't really play hardly any, just short amount of time in the third quarter. And him being in the game would have been a difference too, but he may not have been able to throw the ball like the younger kid that came in.
Exactly right.
Because they never do throw it when he's in there to amount to anything. I saw him throw one pass, and it was over the guy's head. So maybe it was an advantage for them to have the other guy, able to throw the ball on that last series that they scored on. So kind of all evens out. But bottom line, history is made tonight in Hardin County. That's never been done before. And, man, I'm proud of it because we watched them all, and they just seem to be able to find a way. And teams that go 10-0 usually have a game like this, like Tennessee's undefeated season. When Sterner fumbles the ball from Arkansas and they've got the game, all he has to do is take a knee, basically.
Yeah.
We pick it up, run it in the end zone, and we're in the national championship. And so, but Lexington knows how to play us. Lexington knows our strengths and weaknesses, and they know how to exploit it because that Coach Holloway and Coach Smith, they're close. They respect each other in their games, and they just know how to play against us. And tonight was a good example.
Well, it's been an exciting season. We've had 3 or 4 of these games, and the Tigers have come out on top each time. And, and for one time, really, we got a break tonight. But not a break anymore. They called it incomplete. That's all I know. And
well, it may have been.
It may have been. He may have dropped it. I don't know.
Absolutely wasn't. I had it zoomed in on it.
You've got video proof.
Yeah, I got video
you
proof.
need to destroy the video.
Yeah. I might have zoomed away from
what you need to do is have that film, and then you need to edit it and put like a Kleenex commercial right when that happens.
Yeah. One of these ads popped up in the middle of
and then go back to the game again.
Well, here's the thing, guys. The regular season's over with. Yeah. Now the real season starts. As there'll be a team come in here from Middle Tennessee, and the playoffs start, and there's a lot of expectations as you start the playoffs, and a lot of expectations for this team.
Well, that was other factors that we talked about before the game. I mean, Hardin County didn't need to win this game for any part of the following playoffs that are coming up. They were going to have home field advantage.
It's a pride win.
They had won the regular season, and I mean, they really could have come out here and taken a knee and lost 30-0, and it wouldn't have mattered. And that's kind of that's kind of a Debbie Downer to know that you can just loaf in a ball game and still have great seeding for the playoffs. But it was also Lexington, who, like I said earlier, the devil wears red, and it always has if you're from Hardin County. And they had that 10-0 record, that history to make if they were able to do it. So, I mean, they had things to play for, and they had things that they didn't really have to play for. So it was kind of the dynamics of the mental side of it was kind of interesting to see how that'd play out. But they played hard. I mean, it was a hard-fought game on both sides. And Lexington, what's Lexington's record? I mean, that was the hardest game we've had to play in, and I was thinking that they just had an average year. And
as far as
they have had an average year.
Well, I'm just wondering who they couldn't run against.
Well, they were 2-2 in the region, so I think they had won actually about 4 games this year. That's about it.
Well, did they look like a team that?
Well, I mean, South Gibson beat them 27-2 the last, a couple of weeks ago, and they beat Chester County 17-14. Northside got them like 18-17.
We beat those teams like
we beat everybody
like a stepchild.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but it's different. I mean, it is Lexington and Hardin County, and they came over here, and when we talked about it, I said they're going to come in over here. I mean, they're playing for wherever they're going to travel to. They really don't have, they're not playing for the number 1 spot. They're going to try to ruin our record. Mm-hmm. They knew that. I mean, because everybody's talked about it. Tigers are going for history as far as Hardin County goes.
And what are we now? We still 4th in state, 3rd?
Actually, 2nd.
We've moved up to 2nd. So they had a chance to knock off the 2nd-ranked team in the state.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway. But we appreciate everyone tuning in for the regular season. Now we turn our attention to the playoffs as we'll figure that out tomorrow. Your Sports Saturday will start right here on 93.5 FM. With Coach to Coach, Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis will get us going. They'll talk SEC football, get you ready for Tennessee, Kentucky, coming up at 6 on 93.5 FM. And then me, Kirk, and Coach Smith will be in the Sports Talk studio at 9 a.m. We'll talk about this game, and we'll get you ready for the playoffs as the Tigers head in to the TSSAA Round 1 as the number 1 team in Region 6. So the Tigers win it. 35-28 over Lexington. They complete the undefeated season, and we appreciate you being here for every minute and every second of our sports broadcast and watching on YouTube stream Slice 93. We'll have to see whether or not we will be able to stream next week unless somebody wants to pony up about $750 to the TSSAA, or we'll just take a chance on it, whatever, and see what happens. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks. Be sure to join us in the morning at 9 a.m. For Brett on the camera and with us tonight. Appreciate Brett being here with us, the third man, Kurt Carroll, and Clark at the station. I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. See you in the morning right here on 93.5 FM for Sports Talk at 9 a.m.